Hey guys, Original Boris here, back again for another movie review. Movie I am going to review today, it's a good old Blu-ray. That movie is called Hellraiser Revelations. Check that out. I don't have the Blu-ray in there because I was watching it, it's still in the Blu-ray player. But there you go. Now, first thing I want to say is I was never, and still I'm not a big fan of the Hellraiser series. I never really got into them. I have nothing against them, so I'm not trying to piss anybody off. I just never really got into the series. I've always liked the Nightmare on Elm Street, Friday the 13th, Halloween, you know, the Child's Play movies even, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I always got into those series, but I never really got into the Hellraiser series for some reason. I do remember liking the first one, but I never really got into the sequels. They never really caught my attention. I've watched a few of them here and there, but they just seemed kind of boring to me when I was watching them. Maybe it was just the sequels. But there was something about this one that really caught my attention. It just sounded really good. I'm not really sure what part this is. I know there's a whole bunch of them. There's like 9 or 10 of them from what I've heard. So I don't really know exactly how many Hellraiser movies there are. But this one really caught my attention, and I had to pick it up, had to watch it. Hellraiser Revelations. This one is about two teenage kids that kind of have like at first it's kind of like a lost footage, it seems like it. They have a video camera, they're filming themselves, and they're in Mexico. They go to a bar and they find some drunk guy in a bar, gives them like a little box that they open up, and this leads to their world. This kid's walking around with a video camera and he films what's going on. He films like Pinhead. These kids end up disappearing. Several months pass by, and the families in the United States, they're still wondering what happened to their kids. They just suddenly disappeared. They can't get no answers from anybody in Mexico. Then one day, one of the kids just suddenly shows up at their house. He's confused, looks very tired and bruised, like he doesn't really know where he's at, doesn't remember everything. And he just shows up, and he doesn't really know what has happened. And slowly, as time goes by, he starts to realize what's going on. And where his friend is at. His friend is trapped in the underworld, that's what they call it. And they are coming back, and not only by him showing up at the friend's house, or at his family's house in the United States, he has brought Pinhead and all his demons, Cenobites, whatever they call them, with him. And now the whole family is in danger of being caught by Pinhead and his disciples, if you want to call them that. Movie is pretty interesting. The storyline was pretty good. I liked how they did the kind of lost footage where the family found the kid's video camera and they can see a little bit of him filming. And it keeps going back and forth, like to the past when they're in Mexico, and then back to the present where the family's worried, and then back to the past, back to the present. And so it keeps going back and forth, and it keeps you into the movie. For me, it did. I actually found this movie pretty good, pretty entertaining. The only thing that I didn't like was I don't know who plays Pinhead, but I remember the guy that played Pinhead in the first movie, and I don't know if it was the same guy that did in the sequels, because I never really watched him. But the guy that played Pinhead in the first movie was really creepy. He did a really good job. This guy that plays Pinhead in this movie, he doesn't look like a very scary Pinhead. He just looks like a regular guy with a Pinhead costume, and he almost looks nerdy, if that's the proper word. I don't know if you can see him right there. I mean, the cover looks really good, but it was the new Pinhead. I kind of missed from what I saw in part 1. That Pinhead was really scary looking. This guy, I don't know. They could have had I think they should have brought the other guy back. I don't know how old he is, but it was probably like 30 years ago. But anyway, that was the only downfall. They're not as scary. I don't remember the Pinhead and his demons. I remember them being scarier, and in this one, it just they didn't seem as scary, especially the Pinhead. I kept looking at Pinhead in the movie, and it was like, man, they could have done so much better job. But they also have like another Pinhead, one of the kids that is kidnapped in Mexico. They kind of turn him into a smaller Pinhead. You can see it right there. So you got the main Pinhead, and then one of the kids that's also being turned into another Pinhead. But anyway. But the storyline was pretty good. Other than I think they could have had a better person play a Pinhead. The storyline was very well put together for this series. I liked it. I thought it was enjoyable. But at the same time, like I said, I haven't seen the other sequels, so I'm sure there's probably going to be some hardcore Hellraiser fans that will probably not like it. But I've only seen the first one, never really gotten to the sequels except for this one right here, which maybe after watching this one, maybe I'll go back and I'll watch some of the other Hellraiser movies. But it was never a series that I got into, but maybe I'll go back and I'll watch them all, and maybe now that I'm older, I'll get into them. But for now, I thought this one was pretty good. I liked the whole, like I said, I liked the whole lost footage thing and how it kept going back to past and present. I thought that was well done, and storyline was pretty entertaining. Other than Pinhead, and they could have made him a little more scarier. Other than that, the movie was pretty good. So Hellraiser Revelations, if you're into the Hellraiser series, if you know a lot more about the Hellraiser series than I do, then do a review, check it out, and let me know what you think. So that's my opinion of this movie, Hellraiser Revelations. I enjoyed it. Thought it was it had its moments where it was a little scary, had its moments, but all in all, good movie. Hellraiser Revelations on good old Blu-ray. So there you go. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more. Bye.